for the Italian community, the American community, and my neighborhood here is really what it's all about. Whether I write poetry, some books around my hometown honored me with the publication of some poems translated in Italian. Um, I worked, I was president of the Arts Council of Mount Prospect. I taught, I was working with the soccer team for 10 years. I never got even a thank you note from the Park District, but it's okay. The guys and the girls always greet me, and they're just fantastic. Uh, those are the things that I like to be remembered for. What I worked with the community was just a work of love, because I enjoy being with people. I enjoy helping people. As far as whether it's writing a book, a poem, working at a recital, kicking a ball down the field, and giving it the same time to boys and girls, so that their confidence and the enjoyment grows.
Okay, now your publications. You mentioned poetry. Do you have a book of poetry?
Yes, I'm not. I have.
Okay,
but
show it
I'll
to me
show-
later.
Yes.
But
I'll
what's
show
the
it.
title?
The title is Foto d'epoca, which means picture of an era. And in it, ironically, on top of the book you'll see is the picture of me playing the accordion to a group of people that includes my two sisters, and behind there's a piano, and the editors in
Okay,
Italy.
you sent this to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see that they think that it's a picture taken in Italy. It was a picture taken on the west side of Chicago, right around
Okay.
west.
That tells you something.
Yeah, so my first short story that I wrote in Italian many, many years ago was published in the Paul magazine. Then it was republished and got much more money from in a Canadian magazine, the Daily Herald. And
What's the title?
what the title of the story?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Green Summers, Estate Verde. Green
Okay.
Summers. And I based it way back though. Green was my valley, movie and all that.
This
Yeah.
was about your time in Italy?
Yes, about imagined. It was something halfway through that happened in Italy when I was still there. That was but then I continued writing poems. I wrote poetry, and I wrote 3 novels. I translated Boccaccio's Filocolo into English for the first time, first word translation. And the Italian organization didn't publish for some reason, Italian American, and so I found out a few years later some guy published it. He had bought my book through University Microfilm, University of Michigan Microfilm, and I had not mentioned this professor from Yale, Bergen, in my dissertation, because obviously he did not understand Italian, and he really misquoted the intent, meaning, and plot of Boccaccio's Filocolo. So now that book is, I turned it into a novel, and we're working on it with Pegasus Press and see what happens. And another book I just finished, the Amazon.
Anything autobiographical
Anything
about
auto-
an immigrant boy coming here?
No, other than those articles I've written in the Franoi and the other papers.
Do you have a collection of the Franoi articles?
I think I could find most of them, and the other one too. The thing,
Okay,
yeah.
I would like to be able to create a file of
Okay.
Rocco Blasi's Franoi articles.
And Lamarolda Pablo.
And then
Okay.
I'd like to have all of your publications,
Okay.
a copy of all of your publications,
Okay.
and
I'll
the
put something
academic
together.
ones and the novels and short stories.
Okay.
I know that authors often end up without copies of their own
Yeah,
books.
well, when it's published, I'll be glad to, but I have hard copies of all those things. Of course, I can we could put it together in book form and have it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that, well, you haven't been prominent in the Italian American community in the last 20
Yeah. Right.
years or
Right.
so.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's